Open your cherries.
Well, we got an intro, Nana.
Oh, okay. I thought we were going.
No. So
the show was on the road.
No, it's not on the road yet. So I brought you back. You're here for a little cooking experiment job, cooking procedure. So we're gonna make what do you call this?
Steamed cherry dumplings.
Okay. So is this a struggle dessert? Like, did you have this during the struggle times?
I've always had struggle times. So yes.
Who came up with this? Was it you or your grandparent?
No,
mom?
it was on a can of cherries.
Oh, okay. This isn't a family recipe?
This is not a family secret recipe, no. This is available to the public.
I was led to believe that this was only known to you. That recipe probably doesn't exist on cans anymore.
Well,
right?
it was probably 50 years ago when I got this
recipe. So what is it? So it's cherries and then dumplings. But it's not like your chicken and dumpling type dumpling.
No, it's sweet.
A sweet dumpling?
It's sweet dumplings.
Okay. So in terms of ingredients that we need, we have our 2 cans of pie filling cherries. They have to be that specific type of cherry?
Right.
Okay. And you have self-rising flour. It can't be regular flour, right?
Well, it can if you want to mess with the baking powder and the salt. And yes, it can be regular flour.
Okay. And then obviously some sugar because it's got to be sweet.
It's got to be sweet.
And then whole milk.
Whole milk.
Can you do this with almond milk? Or
you probably could, but I would not.
He would not good enough.
I like whole milk.
And then some vanilla. Now, do we
real vanilla, not imitation?
The whole bottle, or
no?
Not the whole bottle.
No.
Not the whole bottle.
No.
And
we don't want to get drunk on this.
On this, yeah. I guess this does have a little bit of alcohol in it, and it probably doesn't.
It does have alcohol.
It probably doesn't taste very good if you drink it all the way.
No, it doesn't.
And then we've got our
utensils.
So we needed a bowl, a mixing bowl.
Okay, I need a scraping spatula, not a flipping spatula.
You said a spatula.
Well, a scraping spatula.
Oh, okay. I'll have to. Well,
because we need to scrape the.
Gotcha. Is this a scraping spatula?
Yes.
Okay.
Perfect.
So you need a spatula with a scooped edge, I guess.
I guess.
You said a spatula. Maybe our words are.
Maybe
a little
I should have made that more clear.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, and I forgot. You need real butter, but the place that we went to did not have real butter, so we are suffering with margarine. So ours won't be as good as the people that make this.
I am a butter person.
Yeah.
Butter.
So we got that, and then I got all of the measuring cups, but you said you don't necessarily need them all. You just need a few.
Right. I'll just use one.
And then, we actually don't really have a measuring, like you said that you just do it on heart.
I don't actually
measure most of the time.
No, I usually don't, but
yeah.
We're going to today.
Going to try.
Jefferoni, let's get started.
Let's get started. So first step, we're gonna have to open the cherries.
We're gonna open the cherries and get them on the burner. They need to be boiling when we put the dumplings in.
All right, so you got the cherries open, and then they just get dumped in the pot. I didn't even mention the pot. You need a fairly big pot.
Well, yes.
Okay.
It needs to be.
Needs to be deep.
Right.
Okay.
Well, no, not necessarily. It needs to be big around so your dumplings are out.
Oh, okay.
Because your dumplings kind of have to be on top of the cherries.
Gotcha.
Old-fashioned cook, you put your hands in it.
And this is a winter recipe. You don't want to cook it during the summer?
Oh, you cook it anytime.
Anytime you want. Okay.
Anytime your mama wants it.
Gotcha. So was the first step doing the cherries?
Yes, open
They're open.
They're open?
Yep.
They are?
I think they're open.
Oh, your opener is different.
Yeah, my opener's fancy. So.
Okay.
So then we need our
spatula.
We need our not flipping spatula. We need our scooping spatula.
That's right. Let's get our cherries in here. This is very thick.
Yeah, that's what this one said was thick. Is it how thick? Thick with 2 C's? Thick with 2 C's? No, it doesn't say it on there.
No. Let me get our cherries started.
I guess maybe that pot is a little too big, but the last time we cooked this, we used too small of a pot.
Right.
And it tried to overflow on us.
And we didn't have room for our
dumplings.
Dumplings. Right. We didn't have room for the dumplings we wanted to put in there. So if you have a little bit smaller pot, that might still big around, but maybe less deep, a little bit more shallow. Right.
Yeah, that's barely covering the bottom. So how much milk do we need?
And we're gonna put about a half a cup of milk in here.
Half a cup. Do we need to measure it out, or is this one better?
Well, I use
whatever.
Dry and wet for dry or wet.
Oh no. We gotta follow the rules.
I don't have all of these utensils to deal with. Well, we're gonna put a little bit more than a half.
So that's more like 3/4 cup with your official hand holding.
Right.
So 3/4 cup of whole milk for your two.
Maybe. I have to add more. We're gonna see how, because we've got to have you have to have the juice to cook the dumplings. We're gonna put a little bit more sugar in the cherries.
This is kind of what our mixture looks like. Should it be this color? Should it be a little bit darker?
No, this is fine. This is fine. This is just fine.
See, and the best part about making this is we get to eat it.
Right. This is not usually I'm gonna put a little bit more milk so we have a little bit more liquid.
So far all we've done is the cherry, the milk, and a little bit of sugar. How much sugar have you done sugar?
I used a little more than 1/4 cup of sugar.
Okay. And then you used heart for some of it too, right?
Right.
Okay. How hot does the oven or the stove need to be?
We'll just turn the burner on.
Just turn it on?
Yeah, just turn it on. Turn it on up, and then we'll have to reduce the heat as we
cook.
As it gets hot.
We're moving on to the actual dumpling portion.
Right.
Okay.
So a cup of flour.
A cup of flour, self-rising flour.
Yes.
Or the other flour, and you got to do, what did you say, salt and baking soda?
And baking powder. Baking powder.
Baking powder, not soda.
A cup of flour.
Does it need to be a heaping cup or a smooth cup?
Just a cup of flour.
Okay.
Okay, I need the butter.
The butter, is it a whole stick, half stick, quarter stick?
We're going to do a half stick to begin with.
Okay. So Thanksgiving's coming up. What are you planning on doing?
Nothing.
Oh.
I'm letting my kids and grandkids do all the work. How's that?
Oh, okay. Well, that sounds really fun for them. You said the whole stick, or did you say half a stick?
Let's do a whole stick, because we probably will add
sounds
more
like it's
flour.
popping over there. Probably need to bring it down.
Yeah. Got hot faster than I thought it would.
And we have the highest quality utensils and kitchen items.
I need a fork.
A fork. We got that.
Because we're going to cut the butter, margarine into the flour.
Okay.
Put it in there.
Just cut it in half.
And you just work it with a fork. Cut it in until it looks like coarse cornmeal.
This is always the hardest part, right? Doing this?
Oh, if it's really hard, it is. If you need to set your margarine or your butter out and let it soften some before you start working with it, or it is very hard. But of course, they also have a wonderful utensil that is made for this.
They do.
But a fork works just as well.
What utensil are you wanting?
This is fine.
I might have that utensil. Is it?
It's a butter cutter.
I have a butter knife.
There you go. Work that around.
And you're just pushing it down and
you want it to look like coarse cornmeal.
What does coarse cornmeal look like?
Have you never used cornmeal?
I don't think so.
Well, you're not a poor boy.
Yeah.
If you were a poor boy, you would have eaten lots of cornbread and beans.
Oh yeah, that does sound like a struggle.
Okay, let's put a little bit, about a half a cup of flour in there.
Half a cup of flour?
That's not going to make very many dumplings.
We need more.
About a half a cup of flour.
What did I do with that big cup? I lost it. Did I throw it in the sink? Oh, I left it inside this thing. Can I just wing it
Yes.
and just try to use,
Yes.
so I can use the whole cup, but just try to get like half?
Right.
Okay. How about that?
That's good. That's good. You just use your eye and measure. Now let's put some more butter in there.
Okay. Do we need a new fork since this one's all goopy?
No.
We just do it?
No, we're just gonna goop it up again.
All right.
Let's just try putting the whole thing in there.
Oh, the whole thing?
The whole thing.
Oh.
And we're gonna cut the butter. This is a little bit time consuming, but it has to be done right.
I'll speed it up in post. Make it look like we did it really fast.
We did it really fast.
Like the Flash. This is like a forearm workout doing this.
Let's put about a half a cup of sugar in. Well, let's put about put a fourth of a cup in this.
And we'll see. Because we haven't put any sugar in this as of yet.
Not as of yet, no.
There's a little bit of sugar. So is this a healthy recipe?
No.
Like keto friendly,
No.
paleo?
No. No, it's not at all
No, it's not
healthy.
even vegetarian because it's got
No.
whole milk.
Yeah, whole milk, that's healthy. The cherries are semi-soda if you don't pour sugar all over them.
You said half a quarter
A
cup?
quarter cup of sugar.
Okay.
Let's do that.
All right.
Now let's do a teaspoon of vanilla.
Oh, a teaspoon? We got that. Easy peasy. With all these utensils. There we go.
Just kind of spread it around,
Oh,
and then
yeah.
we're going to start working that into everything.
But this doesn't use eggs or anything, so you can
No eggs.
so you can actually just eat it. Like, I mean, once you make the dumpling, you can eat it and just taste it and see if it's sweet enough.
Taste it and see if it's sweet enough. You're going to have to really get with that to get it worked in.
I'm trying, man.
Now, if you're wanting healthy, this
This ain't it.
is not it. This is good. It's
Good, but not healthy. But this is one of those things where you make it for dessert and then you just don't count it.
That's right.
Doesn't count.
That's right. You don't. Thanksgiving and Christmas, you don't count the calories. You enjoy
The
life.
The company.
Yes. Okay. Let's
How
start
about
adding the liquid now. Let's
Oh, we're
do
adding some liquid? Mm-hmm. What are we
We gotta
thinking?
make a dough.
Okay.
We're gonna start with a half a cup and just add it gradually.
Okay. Half a cup of milk.
A half a cup of milk and add it gradually.
See, I'm gonna do mine official.
Okay, you do that. You eyeball that good. That's,
A little bit more?
is that half a cup?
That's what it says. A little bit more.
Well, let's do this and add it gradually.
And see what happens.
And, because we don't want,
Oh, add it gradually.
Gradually.
Oopsies, that's right. Oops. I I wasn't paying attention to the
We don't want runny dumplings.
runny dough.
Okay, let's add a little bit more.
Oh, I just barely started.
I know, it's not
A
gonna,
little bit more?
Yep.
Not the whole thing.
let's try the whole thing.
Oh, okay. could have tried the whole thing at the beginning.
I know. But as I said, I don't measure, so I don't.
So this is actually turning more into a dough now.
It turns into a dough, kind of like a cookie dough. But it's going to be dumplings. I'm going to put this back on the...
Oh yeah. That's the hard thing, trying to keep up.
Yeah. Well...
You gotta have your brain working in multiple directions.
Yes, and since I'm kind of deficient in that area, I just stumble and mumble around.
That might still be too
I'm
hot.
going to add a little bit of milk to the cherries.
Okay.
Just a little. About 1/4 of a cup. It's kind of like biscuit though, because that's kind of what dumplings are, is boiled biscuits. Let me taste this and see if it's sweet enough and vanilla enough. And okay, put just a little bit more sugar in there.
A little bit more sugar. Wasn't sweet enough?
Not sweet
Because
enough.
I think, how much sugar? Like this much sugar?
No, put more than that.
More than that? 'Cause I think the last time we made this, you said that however sweet it is in here, it will get a little less sweet once it's
Right.
actually cooked.
Right.
Why is that?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
The heat, I guess, takes the
Takes the
sweetness
sweetness.
out of it.
Just because it cooks down a little bit?
Because it cooks down. Because really whip that.
Oh,
Really get it in there. I keep wanting to.
I know. You can take it if you want.
No, I want you to do it.
Oh, okay.
This is your deal. I want you to do it.
I'm trying.
Spoon down and get another spoon.
Yeah, you got to keep things fresh. You don't want to be eating, or you don't want to use the same spoon. That's nasty.
That's nasty. I'm not that nasty. It's pretty good.
Pretty good.
A little bit more vanilla in there.
So,
Just a tad. No, it's not.
so what's the situation on this? What are we dealing with?
We're gonna drop the dumplings in.
Drop the dumplings in.
Yes.
So our dumpling dough looks like this now. And our cherries look like that. And so is it a heaping scoop? How are we doing it?
No, you do like this, and you just
drop it in?
drop it in.
Okay. And you just keep doing that
And you just
forever?
keep doing that until you get what you need in there. And sometimes you mix up too much dumpling dough and it won't all go in the pot, and that's okay. You can bake it in the oven if you want to.
Bake it in the oven?
If you want to, you can make a huge cookie out of it.
That would be pretty fun.
Little, not too big.
Like this?
Yeah. And just
Drop it?
drop them around in there.
Does it need to be in a perfect circle?
No,
Okay.
just drop them till you get, kind of leave a little space so the steam can come up between us.
All right.
Because that's what cooks them, is the steam coming up
In the cherries?
in the cherries, yes. In the dumplings. Off of the cherries.
Gotcha.
You don't want your burner too high because
Yes, we've got the burner
Cherries.
almost at low now because
Yes,
it was so.
your cherries will burn because they're thick.
Yeah, we don't want
No,
no burning.
no burning. That ruins the taste. You can still eat the top, but it has a scorched taste to it. Okay, well, that ought to be plenty dumplings.
Plenty of
Let me
dumplings.
see. Yeah, that ought to be plenty dumplings.
Okay.
Now, put the lid on and wait.
How long do we wait?
We wait till they're done.
Oh, okay. How do we check on them?
You put a little fork in there, and if it's dry on the inside, like a biscuit, they're done. Okay, let's.
What are we looking for on
Let's
this?
set this off.
We're gonna move it off.
Yeah.
Just let it cool for a second. So what are you doing?
I'm checking to see if they're done. See,
Okay.
they're done.
They're done? And that's it?
That's it.
That's it?
They're done.
We're done?
Let's see if they're all done. They're done.
Sweet. And if they're not done, they're just a little doughy. And
If they're not done, they're
just
doughy
a
in the
little
middle.
doughy. But it won't poison you.
Let's see.
Yep, pulling apart.
Yep. Well, it's dry on the inside. See?
Gotcha. Yep.
Like a biscuit.
Like a biscuit.
Once that dough cooks on the inside, they're done. We're going to try this and hope it's good.
Hope it's good.
Hope Nana didn't mess up. Because Nana messes up quite often these days.
Alright. Is it a heaping spoonful?
Whatever you
Oh.
want, darling. Get some juice to go with the dumplings. Now, it's still steaming. Don't burn your tongue on that.
That'll be alright. That just means it's working. Might have burned the bottom a little bit.
Did it?
I think so.
Well, that's because I turned the burner the wrong way.
Yeah.
I thought high was low.
Maybe I should have used a bigger spoon. It's not too bad.
We're going to see how this tastes.
Give it the good old-fashioned taste test.
It's hot, so be careful. Pretty good, pretty good.
Yep.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
Even with the margarine, it's still good.
Even without butter.
Yeah, imagine how good it would have been if there was butter. Anyways, I guess that's it. Thanks for helping out. Make sure you like and subscribe. Thanks for coming.
Thanks for letting me.
Get out of here.
Yeah.